To grow, your business needs to keep running. You need to have a flywheel, which means working on the right stuff while aligning your sales and marketing. This idea right here, I like to call it the inertia flywheel, and it's coming from one of my clients who has been an engineer for like 25, 30 years. And basically, this concept is your time is limited as an early stage founder. You need to work on the right stuff to get traction. So it's usually a mix of sales, of marketing, and more importantly, the coordination of those two are basically the execution of it. So if we take a look at that model, um, there's some stuff that will slow down your initial flywheel. And I like to use the comparison of climbing up a hill while you're hiking, for example. If you stop mid hill, it's going to require you a lot of work to keep going to the same pace that you were when you were climbing the beginning of the hill. And it's the same for your business. If you're used to working on the right stuff, the wheel will be turning, but some elements will slow down the wheel. And if the wheel stop completely, it's going to require you tremendous effort in order to make sure you can grow in the right direction with your whole go-to-market strategy. So basically, in this, you have your sales, your marketing, and your execution, the sole purpose of your go-to-market. And some of the slowers are the lack of data. You're trying to use wishful thinking and you're trying to spin the product in different ways to make sure it makes sense for your customers. But if you don't have the data in terms of what do they like, what pains they're trying to solve, and other elements, it doesn't make sense. It's basically like trying to get to a destination but having no GPS and no necessarily plan of where you should need to go. And then there's a lack of planning. How can you be successful? How can you achieve the objectives and goals that you have without planning accordingly? Yeah, it's fine to say I want to get to 1.5 or 2 millions of ARR. But if you have no way or no strategy on how you can do it in terms of initiatives, strategies, and tactics, it's going to be very rough to get to that end goal. And then it's also the lack of focus. I'm hearing founders all the time asking me, hey, Gab, which channel would be the best? Should I do TikTok? Should I create a community, do a newsletter? Channels are fine, but channels come up with a creativity of what strategy are you trying to do? And it's often coming up, what problem am I solving in the market? And how can I use that business strategy to lead my whole direction, or how am I going to go to market? If we just take a look into the accelerator right here, we have scaling by being known for one thing. If you really focus and narrow down, then you can expand later. Startups that go with all in one or a one stop shop require a lot more effort into your marketing because you have a lot of different use cases. Then you have to understand the buyer's journey and data points. So we're solving the lack of data elements first. So if you're able to really mapping it down of I know what their buying process is, I know what data they're trying to solve, and all of that is going to be a lot easier. And then having a strong planning and processes of trying down what's working and whatnot, and then scaling it up while having that focus can really make a big difference. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about this model and if you found it useful. Thanks.